be in the Hall of Fame and the world will know your name. Good evening, Ghana. Welcome to Personality Profile here on Joy 99.7 FM. I'm Lexis Bill, and I'm always so elated when it's a Thursday evening at 7 p.m. because we get ready to talk to people who are doing amazing things here in Ghana. And tonight I have one such wonderful brother in the studio you'd love to know about. Just so you know, the video for this conversation is live on our Facebook page and YouTube pages. You can actually go in there, share the link, and let people know that Personality Profile with Lexis Bill is on. I'll tell you about my guest tonight. He's a brother, a man whose fingerprints can be found across almost every corner of Ghanaian sport. Yeah, I mean, he's a football administrator, he's an entrepreneur, he's a executive and talent developer whose influence extends far beyond the touchline. From managing his family's business at the age of 15, just 15, he's gone on to become a respected leader in football governance, serving on the Executive Council of the Ghana Football Association and playing very key roles in the development of youth football in Ghana. As the founder and executive chairman of Young Apostles Football Club, he has overseen one of Ghana football's most inspiring success stories, guiding the club from its formation in 2018 to the Ghana Premier League. Now, he's also the chairman of Akko United Football Club, president of the Great Summer Soccer Academy, and chairman of One World Sports Management, where he continues to nurture and mentor the next generation of sporting talent. But beyond football, he's become one of the country's leading boxing promoters and managers, while also serving as long-time manager, probably the longest manager of a football talent in the world, long-time manager of Ghana's all-time leading goal scorer and former Black Stars captain, Asamoah Gyan, helping transform one of Africa's biggest sporting brands into a very successful business empire. And away from the sports, my guest is the Chief Executive Officer of Gold Star Consults, the company behind the annual Star Soccer Fiesta, and he has built a successful interest in luxury real estate, commercial agriculture. We'll get into all of that. Of course, beyond the headlines, the sacrifices, the journey, the defining moments, and the lessons that have shaped the man. That's what we explore tonight. Samuel Anim Addo, Sami Anim is my guest tonight. Brasami,
Lexis.
Happy belated birthday.
Thank you very much.
And did you say you're 50? I mean, why you? I know football age is supposed to go up, but yours is down. You're doing the reverse. My goodness.
Maybe I also reduce it. Maybe.
You will use
it. Who knows?
Because this doesn't look like 50.
I'll tell you, God gives you the age, so it's a number. God decides when you're that clean heart,
yeah,
and the positive energy. I don't think you will have any challenge by looking like the way I'm looking like.
How do you feel? Because you don't look 50. I don't think you feel 50. Give yourself an age. You give yourself an age. You now will celebrate that age for you.
I think I have to leave that one to your listeners and yourself. Like the age.
I'll give you some Gen Z. Anyway, I'm so happy to have you on here. And I know you celebrated your 50th birthday just a couple of days ago. It must feel good to be where you are, doesn't it?
Very, very, very fulfilling, very happy to be where I am now, and looking at the story, looking at where I started from and what I've achieved and what I'm still going to achieve by the grace of the Most High God, the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords. I'm so happy.
Would you say you have lived a fulfilled life? You know, when you look back, is this the life you imagined it to be at 50?
Honestly, I'll say yes. Because if I remember those days, I was so young, but I can tell you, I looked up to the great people in the world, not only in Ghana, and I said to myself, I'm going to get to this level. And I can say I've been on the table. I've been on the table with all those great people and those who are achieving a lot, and I'm still learning. I believe God has been so good to me.
What's the biggest lesson life has taught you at age 50?
One major one is never give up. And one other one is you can trust, but sometimes limit it.
Okay.
Maybe sometimes I trust too much.
Oh, you do?
I think so. Because I'm clean and I'm always ready to believe that everybody is same as I am.
Yeah.
But everybody is not like that. And the greatest one is that believe that there's only one creator, the Most High God, who will give you everything.
I'm curious about the first one. Was there something in particular that taught you never to give up?
I think my faith in God kept me going. If I look at the ups and downs, if I look at the challenges, if I look at even the number of accidents I've had in my life.
Really?
And the setbacks I've had. And what my father told me in my early days, and when I grew up in Adabraka, some challenges I went through, it really comes back to me to let me know that, yes, I should never give up. No matter what it is, I should keep going, and I'll be able to achieve the ultimate.
I'm curious about your beginnings. Where are you from? Let's start from where you're from. Where were you born, and where did you grow up?
Wow. this is a question, huh? Thank you. I am mixed Ghanaian. I'm a full Ghanaian because I have a blood of Kwewu. So we like to take it little by little and grow. And I have it in me. I don't rush to the top. I want to learn. And then I have Ashanti. That's Kwewu. My Kwewu is Obo.
Okay.
My Ashanti is Kumewu. And then I have BA, Jema. They call them Mom.
Okay.
That's right after. I hear it's somewhere around Kintampo. I've not even been there before. My mother told me about. That's where my mother's father comes from.
Okay.
And I was born in Accra, and I have some guy in me too.
That's right.
As far as you are born in Accra, it means you have some. And what I was told is that my father, my grandfather also have some mix of Ewe, but I don't know where it is. Because the color.
You're a true Ghanaian.
Ghanaian. Yeah, so that's how. But I was born in Adabraka.
And how was growing up?
Growing up, you learn how to be respectful to the adults in those days. And I grew up to see President Rawlings as our president, and discipline was something key, which we've lost a lot. Even the town cleaning, the community cleaning was key. And I remember those days, our mothers, when they leave little utensils and they say, thank us, then they will be in a rush.
Yeah.
Some of them will even go. Those days, we didn't have this WCs. We were having that toilet in the corner house, that toilet, because otherwise we go to the public one. And that kind of a toilet, when they don't keep the place well, they are in trouble. And that one, they carry it.
Yeah.
If you remember, those of us who grew up from the 80s, 90s. So growing up discipline and respecting the elderly, whoever it is, shouldn't be your father, shouldn't be your brother, was key. But we were able to do, we were saying that we were the bad boys, like the boys who ran away and go and do this, but we did never go away from discipline and being respectful to the I think that was the key thing. That's also brought me to where I am now.
The way you emphasize that, you don't see much of it around these days, do you?
No.
What do you think has happened?
I think it's a generational thing, and I think we are losing, the nation itself is losing how to preserve our taboos and norms, to use it to educate our Gen Zs, our generational kids. Because remember those days, even Galamsey, if it was those days, you won't do Galamsey. Because they will tell you that you can't go to the river at this time. If you need to go to the riverside, you need to do A, B, C, D. You shouldn't litter those days. Even in school, when we go to school, we will do the anthem and the pledge.
Yeah.
I pledge on my honor, those things. And the orientation we had those days, it looks like these days it's all about the kids going through the internet, learning things on their own, thinking that they can do things on their own without any guide, and they want to jump to the top. But nowadays, you take it step by step in every facet of society. So
you'd say what globalization has distilled our socialization, and now the kids are more global than even local. They're shirking there.
They think of the West more than us. They think they want to get to the top, the West. They want to be like someone at the top there without knowing that they need to learn. And even if you remember the handiworks, the handicrafts, those who were doing the plumbers, the masons, the mechanics, look at the way, even tailors, they will say that you have to be ushered in. Before you go out, you need to be ushered out.
Yeah.
Your boss, your mechanic boss will teach you. These days, they are not ready. So if you watch those who are working as artisans and those who do the handiworks, most of them give us shorty works because they don't have patience to learn. And patience to learn is also something we are missing. We are losing that, and it's affecting a lot of things in our society.
Right. Very interesting thoughts there. As a young person, though, was there a certain profession that you had always wanted to be in?
If my memory serves me right, being in the space, the media space, being somebody who will have influence, being somebody who will be at the top was key.
Okay.
And because I live close to graphic communications at Abraka, Brewer Loop. That's where at Abraka official town. That's where I was born. The house is called Clotty House.
Oh, wow.
And you can walk to graphic communications. So we'll go to graphic and carry the newspapers. They will tell us when you carry, you get some coins. So you carry them they'll give you the opportunity to do that.
Yeah.
And when we finish, we take it. And I didn't stop reading graphic sports. And I think my interest in sports was very early.
Okay.
Very early, because even in primary school, I was among the best in my school, JHS, the best. I was giving names of those stars around that time. So, bro, it's not been easy.
I can imagine.
It's not been easy, but I think by the grace of the Most High.
Do you recall the toughest moment in your childhood?
Sometimes we wake up. My dad lost the job. They were the early traders in the Makola number 2. My great grandfather was one of the rich people. They were very rich, and they started early trading. But my father lost the job. My mom was the only one taking care of all of us. 7 kids plus my cousins. We were in the chamber and hall, and we were like 14.
Are you serious?
Yeah, we were like 14. Sometimes you have to eat beans in the morning with a lot of gari to take you to the end of the day before mommy will come. And when mommy goes to market and things doesn't go well, she needs to bring gari and maybe sardine and ground pepper.
Yeah.
And then with a lot of onions, with one sardine, and all of us will eat it and sleep. Sometimes you will be there, you need to, at the age of 14, 15, 13, you need to go and hustle and make sure you also get your own means. So the toughest moments was trying to survive.
Yeah.
Without food from house, from the home, because your mommy alone taking care of all of 7 plus cousins, and nobody was working. And my dad has to go to the village. So I remember there were sometimes one of the landlord's children sons had a fight with my dad, calling him some names I won't mention here. They have to go to the village and bring the local food, so that there'll be a lot to save for all of us to eat. So I started working, peeling granules, and then they'll pound it, and then you'll be paid. Or the art and craft, those who do the art and crafting at the art center.
Yeah.
At the Raka, there were some people there who were doing the cutting, so we go and sandpaper it.
Oh, okay.
14, 13, 14, you go and 12, you go and sandpaper it and get something, so that you will also survive. Because your father cannot buy you. You are 7 plus your cousins were about 14 in the chamber and hall. So surviving every day was key. But those days we weren't thinking of money much. It was about playing football, going to play counters ball, alukoto, chaskele, tennis ball, and we had St. Joseph Catholic School right. We can walk there, so we go and learn basketball, and then those are St. Joseph, even the church. We go to the church so that we can get Coke to drink, Fanta. When we go to church, they will give us those things. And I remember one day one father sacked us because we were saying something, we would say, Hail Mary, Hail Mary. Then we were saying it. Then he sacked us. Now we didn't get our Coke. So surviving and getting a daily meal was key. Yeah. But the joy of going to play football, the joy of going to play with your friends. I remember my first crash at Adabraka. Those days we play on the streets. We play gutter to gutter. Yeah. And then the small posts on the street. And we did this game that you draw the boxes. We call it tomatoes or something, if you remember. You draw 3 boxes. So we jump on it.
2 mark 2.
2 mark 2.
2 mark 2.
And I was very creative. So I did some design, and then I got a crash out of it. That crash, we just talk, nothing.
Yeah.
Mama Kedada, you can't do anything else. But look at the Gen Zs now, the things they do at this age. We got to secondary school, Accra. I saw a girl, she was a Wesley Grammar. You know, Accra, Wesley Grammar girls were. Just to tell her I like her, I couldn't say it. One day I wanted to say it, that way she shouted at me. Charlie, what it is. But look at this, 12 years, 30 years, look at the things they do.
Times have changed.
Times have changed, Charlie. Your joy was wake up, get some water.
Yeah.
There's a mango tree. And me, when I go and play football, I don't bath. My legs, the gutter to gutter. I will play football morning and evening. When I come home, I don't bath. No, my father was monitoring me. One day, the way he shipped me. Chamber and hall. You won't go anywhere. Where are you going? It's not a big house for you to run away. Chamber and hall. So the next time I have to climb that mango tree. One day I have to take people there. That mango tree. We need
to see the mango.
That mango tree. The mango will chew. I will eat about 8 mangoes a day. Man, because that's the only thing that will help you survive. Yeah. And I think it helped us because and then when I was young too, I was taken to the village too. You know, we were many. So they would take you to your auntie to go and to the farm with your auntie. Mm-hmm. So I was weeding at the farm.
Okay.
My grandma, my grandma has 3 different farms. One at Kwewu, one at Ashanti Achampo, then one at Asante Achimbogu. That's after Dwaso, Bankame. Mm-hmm. Then she had one at Usubin. And my grandmother's farms, the aunties were my mothers. Yeah. So my aunties were taken care of. So I went to Bankame. There was a river called Banka. Those people listening to me will know. And I went to, you swim in the river. You go to the farm, go and help your auntie to weed a little. They'll give you a portion. If you weed this, I'll give you this fruit or this. And then the kids there took me to the river, the Banka River. We were swimming. And then I got something they call bilharzia.
Okay, right.
Bilharzia. You pee and then there's blood and those things. So my father brought me to. It's behind that place was behind TUC.
Okay.
There was a medical something at TUC. So surviving helped us because the way we survive without you go and peel these granules and watch. You go to the printing press, carry the rims. Mm-hmm. That was also another job we were doing. Mm-hmm. And then you go and help. And they push somebody's car. When somebody's car gets, those days, you know, when somebody gets a breakdown, you need to go and push. Yeah. It wasn't everybody want to go and push some so that you get some coins. Or a rich man or a big man will give you a car to wash. Hey, that day the way you'll be happy. But we never thought of any bad social vice. Right. We were thinking of going to play football, contest ball. Those of you, if you know contest ball.
Yeah, of course.
We decorated my because I think I was a great artist.
Oh, I see.
Because even in school, New Era, I went to New Era school. And so growing up at Adabraka, I went to New Era school at Tudu. And guess what? With all these places, Adabraka, there's Sahara, they do those things. Adabraka, Sahara, they do those things, the gambling, the weed, those things. Tudu, West. Accra, then I went to Accra and Bukum to play Muncheni there. They gave me a name. They called me Oyibo.
Why?
Yeah, they say I'm fair.
Oh, you're light skinned.
Yeah, light skinned. So they call me Weibo. Even still, some people call me Weibo as because of the Muncheni I went to play.
Yeah.
So when you wake up, your most important thing is to learn, get the opportunity to learn, get some beans because that's the easiest food that will keep you going.
Yeah.
And then you go to school.
So at what point did you see that this life has to change, or did you see yourself getting into the position that you would say you're in now?
I think, like I told you, in the early stages of my life, I had that vision that I'll be among the great people. I'll do something great. I won't be an ordinary person.
But did you know how?
I did not know. All I knew was that I need to learn. I need to learn and I need to master what I love, I have passion for. When I getting into my 20s, when I was becoming more enlightened, I realized, like I told you about the course I did, the marketing, PR, advertising, sales, and sales management. because if you look at this everywhere in life, in your life, sometimes you have to sell yourself.
Yeah.
PR, sometimes you have to manage your public relations for how to get people to appreciate what you're doing. Marketing proper. You need to position yourself for why should you be the one that somebody will like, or your brand or your product. So I think education is key, because if I remember my early days in school, I was one of the brilliant ones. Then I started playing football, kobolo a little. We didn't go to school much. Trying to swim. My mother and my dad shipped me, told me that you are going wayward because we're doing too much football in the play.
Okay.
Coming back to realization, going to Accra Academy like this, where I'm on the Duasi. Bula will tell you, those of us who go and stand at the Duasi and those things, we find a way to dodge lectures and all that. We're doing the yo-yo thing and all that. But I realized, no. You have to be focused. Through the education, I realized I need to stay focused. I need to learn better and master what I want to do.
The football that you kept playing, did you think you could be a professional footballer?
Yeah, I played to the level where I thought I could have been. No, I had names. I was one of the best in my community. You know, those days in your community, you are if you are among the best. That's what they use to give you. They used to promote you. So I was taken to Muncheni in Accra, Bukum area, the Koli, where now they have the arena. I heard there was a pitch there that we play football there. They gave me Oyibo. I went to Nungwa to play Muncheni there to call computers. They gave me Ezekiel Alamu in JHS. Ezekiel Alamu was one of the players for House of Folk.
Okay.
In JHS, in school, they were calling me Shamokwe because I can score deadly, wonderful goals. So football, when I was playing, I knew I was among the best. And in my community, they even used me to do a song because I dribble somebody Sulia and I score and those things in the Muncheni games and those things. And I remember Gordon Atram now, he and his guys came to play us. No, those days it was community challenge.
Yeah.
On the street, the small posts. And we shipped them. Atram was crying. Atram was, if he's listening to me, you know, we shipped them at Adabraka. He was crying. So I knew I was among the best. But you know, those days there wasn't the opportunity for an academy for somebody to. Everybody, they will tell you, like Asamoah Gyan keeps saying, they will tell you that go and you are a striker, go and stand here, go and play.
Yeah.
You look up to the great ones. You learn. You play in your own way and learn. And there wasn't under 12, under 14. There was course. So you go there, you see big boys. I remember those days, BT International, when I was going. The Omani Quiz and the Yaprekus were playing power lines and Okukate. They were wonderful. There was a guy called Julius Agbagbi, who he was my mentor. He also did a Munchenin and I played some. So I was a good goal scorer. I was a very good goal scorer.
I see.
So they gave me names of strikers. Joel Thierry of Cote d'Ivoire squad in 92. That name was given to me. Shamokwe's name was given to me. And all that, I knew I could play. But when I got to the level where I got to professional, I was taken to Okwa United, played BT International a little with current, and this guy, Razak Ibrahim's senior brother, he was called Maliki. Then I didn't, even Bafojan, I played Munchini with him at Adabraka here called Flying Horses.
I see.
But he was ahead of me.
Okay.
Because Bafojan, when he started playing Munchini, Bafojan was a typical Kobolo. Because the people he played Munchini with, Charlie. So when I got to Okwa United, my uncles took me to Okwa United because I come from Kwebu. I went to score some community games. So I was taken to the under 20, and that was the end of my football career. But the passion for football didn't stop.
It didn't stop. Yeah.
Reading more African sports.
Yeah.
I had the book. I'll buy it. I'll cut the pictures of the Anthony Yeboah, the Marco van Bastens, the Ruud Gullit, the Ali Mao, because my first World Cup was 1990 World Cup when I experienced World Cup proper. So I saw those great players, Lothar Matthäus and Thomas Essler, Effenberg, and those. So I started saying that, okay, I love the game. Let me read more about it. Let me understand it more.
Okay.
So I started hearing, I remember Jao Avalanche was the FIFA president, and Sepp Blatter was one person I loved so much because he introduced a lot of things that brought benefits to African football.
Yeah.
Because development, you were developing but you weren't getting anything. I think Blatter introduced it. So I call him the darling boy of African football when it comes to FIFA. So I said, I have to go to their level. One day I have to get there.
I see.
I said it because of the fact that I did my marketing, my PR.
Yeah.
After Accra Academy, I didn't go to the university straight because I needed to survive. I became a salesman with latest foam, ash foam. So all those years that I was going through those things, I didn't know that I was being prepared to become a manager of a great talent like Asamoah Gyan.
Wow. Before we even talk about that part of it, I mean, you've chaired clubs, served on the Ghana Football Association Executive Council, promoted boxing. I mean, what does it take to get to the level of sports that you've gotten to?
You need a little more discipline. You need a little more commitment, dedication, and a deliberate, strategic approach to it. If you are not deliberate, if you are not ready to sacrifice, if you are not ready to go the extra mile, because you have a lot of challenges. And if you look at that early days, I was still learning around that 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And when I went to the School of Marketing, I got a better understanding of life and PR and business and all those things. Then out of that, I said, no, I can really do something with my football. I shouldn't stop by that. I couldn't play to the top level, so I can't do anything. So I saw someone like Henry Ayi of BT International was going on Sports Beat, talking about coast football, Milo Coast, Palace. So I was following him. So I said, okay, what can I do? I can do something. So out of that, my passion and love for coast football started from there. I started following coast football.
Right.
And I believe if you want to do anything in this world, you need to start from the foundation level. And I think that's what makes me special amongst my peers when it comes to the game. As we speak, there's no level of the football industry that I've not been through. And through that, I've learned. So I've learned on the job, and it's built my confidence.
And even getting to the top as a member of the executive council. And that's huge.
Yep.
But from where you sit, what worries you most about Ghana football today?
A lot. I think, like I told you, imagine I started from coast football. I wrote stories. I was looking for news. I had to write. I was writing for GFA News without any pay. I was just writing coast, only for coast. And I'll write one for graphic. They won't publish it. One day they publish one story. The way I was happy, one coast news story I give them. And through that, I also started a coast club. And then I went to the administration from coast level. And the likes of Mr. R.S.A. Young, who was the chairman of Mighty Victory, the team that developed the Stephen Appiah and the Adequate Papo and those guys. And Alaji Sly Tete was another mentor.
Okay.
His style of administration. So I started from coast football. Learned the administration from coast level, the rules and regulations, went to second division, saw mentors like Mr. Adika, HHD, Adika, the man who started Far Coast, the team that discovered Abedpili. He was also a mentor in the coast level. We have Mr. Ray Tunde, Cowling Babies in Cowling. They are the ones who did, and he was organizing coast players to play. And guess what? I also wanted to do something like that, and then I ended up organizing Soccer Fiesta. So you can see clearly, if you can't start from the foundation level, you miss a lot. And I think what is affecting us most is that a lot of people have come into the football space. They've not learned. They just jump in because they say, oh, somebody have taken player to Europe. Oh, I heard Samuel Anim Addo's boy, 16-year-old boy, he played for, he's taking him to Europe. So I also do football. They don't. All they know is that, oh, because when you bring boys together and you have money, you are able to give them ball. That's it. And I think that is affecting the development of our game.
If you became GFA president, what are the first three things you would change?
The first major thing I want to change is to make sure that if you want to play for the national team, you must play our coast football, especially if you were born in Ghana. If you don't play coast football, I won't let you play. It's regulations. Because we are seeing a lot of half-baked players because people don't go through the mail. Bro, even your job, look at where you started. From Kumasi, look at how you started. I know.
Yeah.
Most of you guys, a lot of people here on Joy, you didn't just jump here to drive time. But a lot of people want to jump to play for the national team. They play 1-2 games, they want to play. So one first thing is that everyone must play in our course. If it's an academy, the academy must participate in the course league, so that the boys will develop. Because we were learning a lot from the streets, and that, you see, if you look at England and Argentina recently at the World Cup, Argentina used the street football to beat England. It wasn't about who have quality. It was about, now on the field, let's use our Takashi on the field to play. Now people don't play in the development level. Those days you watch, if you are at Asim Park, corners, and look at the crowd, and somebody's so you build your temperament and the confidence. So to me, one first thing would be that. The other thing would be that everybody in the industry must also learn to build their capacity before they run a club. People are running clubs. They just say that they say, like I keep telling you, if you don't get through the development, like the way you guys are sometimes talking about journalism standards, people will just wake up because they have a phone, they go to a radio station, they say you're a journalist. No, you must learn. Look at those of you who learn, and even how to write, how to speak, the pitch, the tone, the voice, how to read. Some people don't want to learn that. They just want to jump in. So to me, it's one thing. And then when it comes to the judicial system, we should be able to do it in a way where we'll fast track it well.
Okay.
And then make it an open system where nobody will, when decisions come, people will not say that somebody is being favored because he's not a friend of the leadership.
You have great ideas about football management. So would you like to be GFA president someday?
Wow. If God says, God, I
leave God out of it. What are you saying?
If I should leave God out of it.
What are you saying? Is it a yes?
It's possible.
Okay, all right.
If I have the chance.
Look, from your own talent of football, being a striker, well acclaimed in your locality, you didn't get to pursue it as a profession, but you actually lived it through probably the biggest football star Ghana has seen, managing that talent. And I dare say that you're probably one of the longest football managers that, or managers of a football player that I know. I mean, because you've managed Asamoah Gyan for how long?
We are going to be 20 years next year.
Wow. How did you meet him? And how did you start managing him?
I was his fan. Like I told you, I was following coast football. I follow him around because those days I followed the Stephen Appiahs and I told you that was my passion.
Right.
And I grew up at a place where I go and watch coast football and it's packed. More than even what we see in our Premier Leagues now. So that passion was there. So I saw a talent, and let me tell you, when I saw Stephen Appiah in the Alpha Park, I knew that he was a star. That's the gift I also have.
Okay.
I saw Asamoah Gyan, the same thing, and guess what? I then realized he was my junior. I finished Accra in '94, and then he was in Accra some almost 10 years back. Then I said, hey, and he was playing right close to where I live. I was living then after Adaraka. I went to Dansuma last stop. Like my uncle's house was close to Ebenezer Secondary, directly at the entrance. So walking to Karikari Park to watch Asamoah was just a stone throw, and he was the star. The way Asamoah plays, we follow him. So I was a fan. 2006, when he went to the World Cup, I was trying to get to him and try to see that, hey, how will I take a picture? Those things.
Yeah.
And those days, you see, they were real. When we say superstars, they were difficult to be seen, and when you see them, you see the aura. So I think at a point he said, "Oh, you can come home," but I didn't go. Those times I couldn't go because I was also hustling. But in 2007, we finally met, and then I sold the idea of Soccer Fiesta to him. That was my first event that brought me into the limelight. I grew up in that area. That's my last stop, and I was close to Samini. And his senior brother was like a brother to me, because we also grew up in Adaraka. The St. Joseph School I was talking about, Samini's senior brother, called Andrew Samini Brakweku, he went to school there. So we became family and friends And so we go to Samini's house to drink pito. So he was also telling me, Oyibo. He was also calling me Oyibo. So the football name has gone to Dansuma too from Adabraka. Let us play football with the Blasters. I said, don't worry. There's something will come. The Monday Stars, let us play. I said, I'll do something. Don't worry. So lo and behold, when I saw Asamoah, I told him, Charlie. And then I had a friend too. They were doing Monday Stars. Monday Stars was popular. And sometimes you see Castro and Co going to play some. So I said, I have a bigger plan on this, not just Monday Stars. That I want to bring the stars together. And you see that love, that passion I have for mankind also helped me. At that level, 2007, how old was I? How old was I in 2007? In 2007, I said, was it 20? Was it? I don't know. I was 90. I'm 76 born.
So you're in the 20s?
20s. I said, I'll do this charity game. I'll put the stars together and do a charity game, and the proceeds will go to charity. At that age. So I told them that this is what I want to do. Then they said, oh, it's a lot of... Honestly, Asamoah embraced it. And he told Balfour, I met Balfour also embraced it. Balfour was a senior brother then.
Yeah. So
Balfour embraced it. The two of them said, okay, let's do it. I said, I'll do it. So with their support, and Samini, and Tiny, Castro, Kwabran, if I look at the stars, VIP, those days, they were the big stars. Samini, Kwabran, KK, Fosu, that squad.
Yeah.
Tenkwa Kese came in. So they all bought the idea. And then the first game happened with the support of my mentor in football talent management and administration, Alaji Slaitete. Because his style of managing players and positioning them and packaging them to the world was top. And I think I look up to him and I learned a lot from him. So he also gave me all the support. So the first edition of the Soccer Fiesta is where I built my relationship with Asamoah Gyan in 2007. And it happened at the Dansuma Liberty Park, Randolph Park. The place was packed. Look at a young man like me.
Yeah. Well, Molly actually just says that you were in your 30s by then, so yeah.
30s. Yeah, a young man like me.
He's a mathematician. We are not.
A young man like me.
Yeah.
And then what did we do? We brought the likes of the Stephen Appiahs, who were top Juventus, Tom Mensah, Derek Boateng, Asamoah Gyan, Balfour Gyan, William Thierry. I think if you go, I can get you some of the pictures of the squad and the musicians who had the Samini, they were the top artists then.
Yeah.
The KK Fosus, the Tinies. Oh, Charlie. So that game, my days, those days we have the cafe. Because I didn't have any office. So I'll go to the cafe and do my store, my letters. And even some of the media houses were not ready to give me the time on their airtime to promote it. Because they didn't believe I could do that. Okay. I was nobody, a young man, not done anything. I said, I'm bringing the stars to come and play football together. Tell me if anybody at that time had brought stars together. Stars, proper stars.
In that manner.
On the same platform. If they say you have to pay them appearance fee, can you pay them? And we play the money, and guess what? We play the game. I think one of my mates sent me a message.
Yeah, I see all the messages coming in. Anyway, let me just remind folks you can send us messages on 055-1111-997. It's personality profile with Samuel Anim Asamoah Gyan's manager.
We played the game, and I gave the money to. I was a hustler, nothing on me, and I think I got some small transfer fee from Mr. Chireme. I won't forget the biggest transfer fee I got for my player, Fuli Adadi, who became the national goalkeeper. Fuli Adadi became Ghana Blasters goalkeeper before he went off. I give the money to the rest of the money to charity after paying all the bills.
I see.
And my team, Charlie,
nothing for us.
I said, Master, we told God that the money will be given to charity.
Right.
So you see, when you have a confidence with God and you keep it. Look at where He's taking me to.
What has working with Asamoah Gyan taught you about talent? A lot of people see the star, and you see the human being behind the star. And I don't think you're seeing just one person. You're seeing two people.
That's a very good question. And I think it should be a case study for everybody who thinks he wants to manage or who wants to manage a star. some stars, a star like Asamoah Gyan, he's an institution. He's not just a normal human being. For him, he's not even two. Asamoah Gyan is like, how many? He's like 20. The Asamoah Gyan, the dancer. The Asamoah Gyan, the musician. The Asamoah Gyan, the footballer. The Asamoah Gyan, the comedian. The Asamoah Gyan, the entertainer. The Asamoah Gyan who will say, I can't do it, I won't go. And nobody can go and tell him. And he will be in the room and he won't mind anybody. And the Asamoah Gyan who has, when they get to that level, they have their pride and how to get them to move out, to go and do things. I think I was also destined to do this. Because I didn't go to school to learn it, but rather my life experiences, PR, marketing, sales, advertising, you look at it. And then I traveled across the length and breadth of this country. After school, when I did the marketing course, I did the LCCI diploma. In '98, I was sent to Tamale, my first station, as a salesman. You carry 50 mattresses in a Kia truck, and you have to sell it in 1 week. Mattresses. And I traveled across. So my first movement was, my driver, I think maybe so recently, my first driver, he would smoke on you. He smoke, but you are the manager, but you can't talk. He's an elderly man. From Accra to Tamale, in the truck. 19 years. So I learned along this, met different cultures.
Okay.
Tamale, Binaba, Binduri, Nasia, Wiaga, Chuchuriga, Zabzugu, Tatale. I know all those places. And sometimes your car will get spoiled on the road. You will sleep on the car, on the mattress on top. You tie your leg to the rope that is tied to the mattress. So that when you turn, you won't go down.
You won't fall.
You won't fall. So all those life experiences was preparing me. It was preparing me, but I didn't know. Meeting different people, what I learned in school about PR, about marketing, about promotion, about brand positioning. It was preparing me to be this manager that I am today and being the leader that I am today, but I never knew.
What was the most difficult thing about managing him?
Getting him to do something that he thinks he won't do. And also, all of a sudden, you see that somebody else will go and tell him to go out there, and then he will go and say something, and then you have to do damage control.
Damage control.
You just don't know where. Some journalists will interview him just through other people. When you are with these great people, there are other people who want to come in, break in. So they want to also force themselves in. So they want to impress him. So all of a sudden, something will come, and then you don't know what it's about, but you need to face it.
Yeah.
You need to face it, and you can't say no. You need to face it and make sure you protect and defend him. I think it is something that is very difficult. But if you don't have the calling, if you don't take care of yourself, you mess up.
So how do you even do it? How do you protect a public figure of that stature from themselves?
You also need the favor of God. You need to be discerning. If you don't have God in your life, a lot of things will elude you. You should be spiritually good. You should be a security person. You should be a PR person. You should be a brand management person. You should be a marketing person. You should be a sales person. Because you need to do all that and still project him to the people.
Yeah.
If you look at the Asamoah Gyan story, and I think he's a talent that has stories more than any talent, maybe the whole world. And being in my position, where you have people trying to penetrate, to let him do things that you think is not good for him to do. And sometimes he will fall into the trap. And you need to still be there. It's not easy. It's not easy. And I can tell you, it's a calling.
If there's one lesson this part of your life has taught you, what is it?
It's very difficult to answer because it's a lot. But I can tell you my faith in God. If you have faith in God and you believe and you have the conviction that what you are doing is good, it's positive, so you have to never give up. I think it is I think it should be.
What's your biggest regret?
Big question. Not acting on some things early and it going bad.
Like what?
Can I talk about it? Can you spare me on this one? It's too personal.
Okay.
It's too personal. I think I somehow trusted too much. I think that's the lesson I've learned. I think I trust too much because I think I have that clean heart. I believe that when I'm doing something with somebody, the person should have the same heart and the same energy. But I think that's my biggest regrets. And
What's your greatest fear?
Charlie. Greatest fear? If my memory serves me right, I'm afraid of heights.
Okay.
And I'll do something in the eyes of God that God doesn't like it. It's something that will really affect me, because I believe if I do something and it's not good in the eyes of God, I feel bad. It can affect me so bad that I may end up giving up totally.
Right. Lots of messages are coming in. Hi, Lexis. Belated happy birthday to your guest in the studio. This is a real life story worth listening to, particularly our Gen Zs. This is the life of a typical Ghanaian child of today. They need to instill discipline in them to become leaders that we want today in our political space. Today, you see our young ones of today who don't experience any side of life, and they carry indisciplined life into marriages and career, which they manifest at workplaces nowadays and become headache to their spouses and bosses. That's from Francis in Accra. Okay, Francis, thank you. Notorious. Is that your nickname?
That was one of the nicknames.
One of the nicknames.
French teacher.
Okay.
Mademoiselle. And then she will teach us things, and the French I was finding it difficult. So whatever she would say, then I'll say it the opposite way. I remember one of them, Mamoto, and she told me to go and sit down in front of the class on the floor, and then they all said notorious, and then Notorious B.I.G. was on top at that time. And that's I told you that our time, the Snoop Dogg, the Yo-Yo time. We went. The Duasi people, we went a little wayward.
Oh, I see.
We were our combat and those things.
Yeah.
But see,
sagging
but we weren't off discipline.
Okay.
That one, I remember when Freeman, our great headmaster, VB Freeman, he caught me the way I was shaking. Because he caught me out of class at the time I shouldn't be out of class. Okay. Guy, man, that day I changed running away from the class at the wrong time. So that the French teacher gave me that name, Notorious, and then they started giving me. So they said I was Notorious B.I.G.
And that's from Dagadu in Accra.
Yeah, that's
okay,
my
Dagadu.
mate.
Thank you so much for your message. This one says, hello, my name is Coach Finney. I'm truly enjoying the interview with Mr. Anim Addo. The more I listen to him, the more inspired I become. His boldness, sincerity, transparency, and the purity of his heart and mind are qualities I deeply admire. They challenge me to become a better person every day. Lexis, please tell him that he's a genuine source of inspiration to me. I'm grateful for the impact his life and journey continue to have on mine. Thank you, Coach Finney. Look, it's been great spending time with you. I've got some quick fire questions. Football or boxing?
Whoa. Boxing.
Money or reputation?
Reputation.
Morning or night?
Morning.
Win beautifully or win ugly?
Win ugly.
Biggest, okay. One habit you will never stop?
playing football and watching one. Used to. Bringing my boys together and having fun.
One person you still want to meet?
Seblata.
Okay. Finally, if any young person is listening to you, what's your short advice to him?
Discipline is key, because when you are disciplined, you will not wait for Lexis to come and tell you that wake up and learn your trade or your craft. Spend extra time to learn it. Education is key. If I had not gotten myself educated, and I was telling you behind, Joy FM has really shaped me. I listen to proper educative news and educative materials, read something good. And it's also helped me to become a good leader at Gimpa. We've forgotten about that.
The Gimpa story as
and
well.
And my colleagues, now my guys that I was, when I became SRC president, the guys I was with, my peers, now the NYA board chairman, Askobik, the CEO, Osman Ayariga, Malik Basintali, Edem Agbana, a lot of the young guys in the political space now. Kwame plus a brother.
Yeah, Kwame.
I think Kwame will be listening. A brother who, in fact, I had to force Kwame to Gimpa.
Yeah.
And Stoneboy and all those guys. I think if you are disciplined, look at Kwame plus. I love my brother so much. Where he's gotten to. Yeah. He's so disciplined and he's so focused on what he's doing. And I remember one day he told me, Sammy, man, fast akwana. I think
inspiration.
Life discipline is key.
You've been a shoulder for a lot of your brothers, and I think that you deserve all the commendation. I wish we could have spoken more, but we ran out of time. Yeah, there's just so much that we needed to cover, but we ran out of time. Look, your story is very inspiring, and I just need to say, keep on being you, keep going, and God has got you. I am inspired about the fact that you have the God factor in your story at every point. It's very impressive, and I take that from you. So thank you, Sammy.
Thank you very much. Thank you for that word. And I remember one word that I need to keep on being you. And don't forget that God is the greatest. Eja Enu to me. I want to greet my pastor, Pastor Henry, all my pastors, Pastor Eric, Pastor Sammy, Pastor Dora Rich, all the men of God I've met, even Bishop James, I don't know his title, I think I had all the great Reverend Abraham Lamte. They've been another inspiration for me, because whenever I'm in any difficulty, I call on them. And you need a good man of God. You don't just say a man of God, because those fake ones are too many. Too many, and they are making the word of God and they become something, because too many fake men of God in society. But I want to thank everybody, and the word keep being you is another motto. That's why I say every day is business.
Yes.
Every day is business, because even as we are sitting here, it's business. When you go to the washroom, it's business. When you're driving your car, it's business. And so I want to say thank you too for having me, and thank you for all those who have played a part in my life.
Sammy, God bless you.
Thank you.
We're grateful. Samuel Anim Addo, the one and only, right here on Joy 99.7 FM. I'm Lexis Bill. Thanks a lot for spending time with us. Uncle Ken is getting ready to serve you. He's coming on your radio very shortly. Thank you, and enjoy your evening.
And I've listened to Uncle Ken for years.
Oh, well.
Yes. Not today.
Have you met him?
I think this is the first time I'm meeting him.
Wow.
Because I think after Tommy and Unfortun's time, he came here. I've told you I know Joy FM from Gabi Ajete and Co. Uncle Ken, because after Gabi, then you come or something like that. Then he does the slow music and
the African songs, the soul serenade, Ken's music mix. Uncle Ken, you've got a fun here. He's going to give you an autograph.
My first time.
Thank you very much, Uncle Ken. Welcome. Let's get to have a quick word with Uncle Ken before he starts firing away, because tonight I'm sure he's got something in store for us.
Yeah, good evening.
How are you, Uncle Ken? I'm well. How are you?
I'm well too.
Nice.
It's nice to meet him. You know, people like that, they are the silent listeners.
Yes.
That you never hear of until you meet them personally.
Absolutely.
Then they tell you, "Oh, I listened to you."
Yes.
I feel so good when I hear that from people. You know?
Well,
thank you, Mr. Anim Addo.
Yes.
Very educative shows. You are more than a legend. Oh. Yourself, Doreen, and Doreen should be celebrated in this country.
Yeah.
She's still on.
Yes.
Anytime I meet Doreen, I tell her.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of the young ones coming up learned a lot from you, because Uncle Ken's show is very educative and very entertaining. Very.
Uncle Ken, well, over to you. We'll be sitting back listening to you.